Hi, just wanted to show you my flowers. They're growing. They're getting bigger. And I'll go over this side. You can see them a little better now. I gotta get out here when it's not so windy and get the leaves out of there. You sure that's on record?
R-E-C.
Okay. I can't see it.
He can't hear either.
Yes, I can.
He needs to get his ears checked.
No.
He is stubborn.
It's called selective hearing, dear.
Yeah, it's more than that. There's certain frequencies that he does not hear.
No.
And
I'm old, so what? I'm entitled to that. So.
well, you're also entitled to a hearing aid.
No, I don't want one.
He heard my dad complaining all the time. My dad went through I don't know how many hearing aids, complained about every one of them because of the ambient noise. Well, you hear ambient noise pretty much as but once you've been pretty much deaf for a while. My son, he doesn't like to wear his either. He's deaf in one ear. Not completely, but anyway.
See?
Well, that doesn't mean it. They do have noise canceling ones now. See?
That's good.
We're arguing today. That ought to excite things a little bit. He's just a decrepit old man, and I'm getting there.
It's windy today.
Yes, it is. We do love each other. This is Fralins and Friends, and you are lucky to be here. And we're lucky to have you. I'm Glenda.
I'm Joe.
I got him going. We have had a really, really nice day. And
I'm going.
got some good stuff coming up this week. I want to start that village painting. I'll just, since you haven't told me exactly what kind of village you want, I'll just paint any village I want. And it'll be okay. I think I've done, 2 villages. One was kind of maybe a early American type of a village with like sod houses or something, and the other was more modern agricultural village, more of a downtown area. So maybe I'll just do something else. But my daughter, our oldest daughter, was over yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was over yesterday, and we had the best talk. See, we kind of talk around things just like each other. Like my mom did. Drives Joe crazy if he's listening. We went from, what did I say we would talk about?
Politics.
Yes, we talked about politics, and we talked about,
There was a big fire.
oh yes, the big fire up in Beatrice. The town 15 miles north, there's this old factory that used to build those windmills, not the new kind, the old kind that you, and
They built recycling trailers. They have several bins in them. They made those too.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Mommy told me that.
Huh. I didn't know
There
they.
was a lot of oil and grease on the floor.
Yeah, it's surprising it didn't go up, but that was one big fire. That's 15 miles north. Anyway, a lady from here in town, they live south of Wymore on an acreage. And she had photographs of this huge orange flame thing, glow, yeah. Big orange glow. And it was that big. I don't think they have it all, probably don't have it completely out yet because of all of what's in there.
This wind probably isn't helping either.
No. He went to get groceries, he had to be detoured around it quite a bit. Because they've got big old cranes with water up there. What they do, I suppose that's what they did, but a lot of them, they'll go through the roof and then they'll spray down because it lets a lot of that fire go out the top because the heat will go up, and instead of spreading throughout the building so much. But I imagine that spread quite a ways because of all of the metal dust and
Metal dust, grease, and oil. I worked there for 2 days and 3 hours until I pulled a muscle in my back. I was working in the foundry and fresh out of high school, wasn't in shape. Just a lot of bending over and lifting up.
he did. He got me a philodendron. The last time I had a philodendron was back in '83. Nina was born in '83 in January, and we moved down here in December because we sold our house in Beatrice, and all the plants just going from the back drive into the house froze every one of those plants. Lost every one of them. Anyway, and I haven't had a philodendron since. And those are some of the easiest to keep alive. Now, if you let your kids, if you let your kids eat them, then that's going to be a bad thing.
They're more apt to dig in their diaper and eat that.
You're reminding me of something, and it was not pleasant, and I don't want to gag them, so I ain't going to. If you've been around babies, you know. He's never going to, he's going to laugh about that all day long, because the picture's in his head now.
Yeah. Little baby's digging in her diaper.
Oh boy. The one thing he cannot stand about a baby is when they
Throw
spit
up.
up. Because something about the formula or the breast milk, whichever.
Vomit period on anybody.
Well, no, he's not good on anybody.
I'm more apt to
He
join
has,
them.
if one of the kids got sick with the flu,
I was outside.
he had to go outside because he would be joining them.
I was outside gagging.
Yeah. If they lived in Brechen, I'd say, Joe, get outside. It's coming up. Our oldest one, you know, when kids get in school, that's when they start catching all this stuff. And at that time, they didn't make flu shots for kids. I don't know, I think they do now, but at that time they didn't. And kids caught everything that goes through the school. They do, if they haven't, but they catch everything that goes through the school. And even head lice, yes, they do.
Yeah.
And
That's a joke.
our son's going through that now, poor kid. He said the only way, at one time, the only way he was able to get rid of them was to shave the little girls' heads. They were pretty young at the time. And they were a little upset. It was summer, thank goodness. And he said, okay, Daddy will shave his head too, or buzz his head too. So he did, and I thought, well, that's good, Dad.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I see a couple of rabbits chasing each other.
Oh, our poor,
He was talking to Angie, our daughter.
oh, well, yeah. Well, we talked about politics, we talked about you, husbands, and he wasn't home.
I wasn't home. No wonder my ears were ringing.
Oh, not that much. But it's good to have you thinking. We talked about the fire. We talked, We talked about a lot of different stuff. But anyway, we talked about this and that somebody had done, and it's like, finally I stopped it. I said, I know I'm not supposed to do that. Finally, because like now, I was kind of taking over the conversation. Would you like to say something, dear? See, that's why I talk. But baby poop.
What?
Thought I'd look at you laughing again. You weren't even paying attention.
What'd you say?
Baby poop.
Baby poop.
No, we just talked about all kinds of. Then we got talking artwork, and we got to talking how messy my craft area is, yeah. And I said I cannot keep that clean no matter what I do, and I say I'll clean it up, and then the next time I do something, it's a mess again.
You've always been that way.
I know. But I try to, at least once in a while, once a year. Once every 5 years, maybe. No, I'm kidding. I do clean it up. But, anyway, I hope you know I'm stretching that truth. Wasn't a truth at all. Okay, but now I forgot again. Yeah, we had a good conversation. She got to talking about how her dolls, she is a doll collector, and she's in a network with a whole bunch of other doll collectors, even Australia. And she said she has the same problem with her dolls. She'll get all of her doll stuff cleaned up, put up, and displayed, and then the next thing she knows, she's got a whole bunch of doll stuff laying around again. So, but she does some awesome displays. If you look on, I can't remember if it's just Angela Carey on Instagram, but she does some really beautiful arrangements with these dolls. And then little Howard, our grandson, he's got the poor mom and dad. They just get so. He said he started running a temp of 99 point something, and I thought, oh, poor kid, it's not even a high temp. But I mean, and she said they gave him some baby Tylenol, and then it went up to 100. So they took him out. They checked him out. They checked his. He has what they call it's sinus virus. It's a virus. It's affecting his sinuses. So, and she said finally one lady from Facebook brought her a humidifier, and she said he was napping in his bed. So that was good. But they said he just has to get. It's a cold.
So she did get a humidifier?
I think I started talking about that earlier, but I used to have to sit up and all night long. I did finish that story. Oh, I'll tell you. Her mother, she used to get such bad
in the talking about our
head
daughter.
cold. Yes, our daughter.
She had a growth stunt until she got her tonsils out or adenoids. Which one was it?
Yeah, she was just so thin and wasn't really growing, and snore. She snored so loud, and she got tonsillitis. And I talked to our general doctor at the time, and he said, no, they don't do that anymore. They don't just pull them out. They have to have them. Well, she didn't have the infection so often, but there was definitely a problem. So we took her to a different doctor in Beatrice. He took some x-rays, and he immediately sent us to an ear, nose, and throat doctor. And he said, well, we're going to have to remove those tonsils and adenoids. It's amazing she can swallow at all, or that she probably isn't smelling anything either, because her adenoids and tonsils just grew so big. And I don't know if it was because of anything she had, or if it was just because they grew that big. But she ate after she had that. After she had that done, she just started. She could smell. She could taste. That kid got pudgy. She started eating like crazy. Before that, we were having to practically bribe her with popsicles because I suppose they were soothing.
I know she was mad at us or mad at the doctors after it was done and over with because her throat was sore. But,
Yeah, but that's when you really get all the popsicles.
yeah. She acted like she was mad at us for making her go through
What'd
that.
you do that for? So you can breathe and maybe live a while. Oh well, she's raised 2 kids now and she's got a job she likes.
She's a grandma.
She's a grandma. She's Howard's grandma. We love you. Mwah. Oh, I need a better. There was the squeak.
Bye-bye.
Stay and watch the videos. We're gonna have fun this week. We'll do the village, and then I'll decide to figure out something to do. Maybe I'll start a sculpture of something. I don't know. I think probably it's about time. Good night.